Ladies and gentlemen, the FTX crypto exchange founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, is going to prison. We know that now. But he gave in addition to the $40 million he gave to Democrats, this year, FTX officials gave $70 million. Okay? That's according to Open Secrets, and that's according to, like reputable sources. And now we have Daily Mail. Elon Musk claims FTX crypto exchange CEO Sam Bankman-Fried donated more than $1 billion to Democrats and asked where did it go. Now, this is very, very, very important, okay, especially after he was arrested and especially after now that he's going to prison. Ladies and gentlemen, where the second largest donor, so that's the Daily Mail, but the second largest donor of the Democratic Party is going to prison. And he donated possibly $1 billion. The actual tweet from Elon Musk states, this isn't just the publicly disclosed number regarding the $40 million. His actual support of Dem is probably over $1 billion. The money went somewhere, so where did it go? Where did it go? We'll talk about that during this segment. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Go to H.A. Goodman's other channel. I had a live stream last night. Go to the live section on H.A. Goodman's other channel. You could see the live stream there. I'll have a live stream on this channel, H.A. Goodman, and on H.A. Goodman's other channel at around 8 p.m. this evening, and then around like 9:30 or so, I'll have another live stream on H.A. Goodman's other channel. So I'm growing that channel. Hit subscribe. If you want to become a Patreon, please do so. Your support is greatly appreciated. The super thanks is below. And if you want to become part of a newsletter, go to hagoodman.com. The link is below, and sign up for the newsletter and notification of live streams and articles that will be published. A lot of good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Beto O'Rourke returned a $1 million check from FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried. This is the Texas Tribune. We don't have a grasp as to we don't know how much money this man gave. We don't know how much of this is undisclosed money that circumvents PAC and campaign finance laws and regulations. So, for example, AOC had 2 political action committees that she was a part of and also linked to 2 corporations. The money was being transferred from these PACs to corporations. That's why Hans A. von Spakovsky, a former FEC chairman, said that she should be investigated. She's now under investigation by the House Ethics Committee. Okay, Beto O'Rourke returned a $1 million check. You have Congresswoman Maxine Waters writing a very pleasant tweet pertaining to Sam Bankman-Fried. No condemnation or anything, almost thanking him for being honest so very bizarre. Democrats, you have the New York Times, for example. You have the New York Times writing not a hit piece, but a public relations article propping him up, saying, oh, well, how did this person go from a young man to a billionaire and lose it all? God. Not like, oh, you gave to Democrats. How much money did you give? Is Elon Musk right about the $1 billion plus? Who were the list of Democrats you gave to? They're not going to have that billion going into 24. They're going to be short over $1 billion according to Elon Musk. So how are they going to compete? They'll find a way, because you have Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and Seth Meyers literally reading scripts. It's like this Orwellian, kind of communist Soviet era, they're reading political dialogue and barely trying to infuse some humor. But it's like the malice, you can see it like in late night, like the malice and the kind of vitriol is, it comes out. It's not just humor. It's, oh, I have this job to do. So Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, late night, they have a job to do, which is try to convince as many people as possible right before they go to bed that Republicans or Trump or DeSantis or Elon Musk they're all really horrible and only Democrats can save you. And it's not just so, like, how are they going to circumvent not having $1 billion or $70 million? Well, they have all of late night. They have the New York Times. They have the Washington Post. They don't have Twitter anymore. So that's huge. They're going into 24 without $1 billion and without their digital extension. The Democratic Party had a digital extension, I think you should rephrase that. They had a cyber extension. They had a division of the Democratic National Committee called Twitter, where anybody who said something that, ruffled the feathers or that was deemed egregious to liberal sensibilities was banned, excommunicated, and they've committed blasphemy and heresy. Before 2015, before 2016, there was no such thing as blasphemy and heresy or rhetoric or dialogue that would kick you out of polite society. As easy, like there was, but it was like everyone agreed that there were certain things you never say, which were just absurd, egregious, horrible, insults. Other than that, you could voice your political views. You could voice your views on society. You could voice your views on anything under the sun. If you could back them up, you were good to go. And so the fundraising that Democrats have, in addition to the ability to control speech, dialogue, debate, discourse, and the obsession they have with redefining words, because if you just use the English language before 2015, they don't win any arguments. Democrats generally lose most arguments if you just use the English language before 2015. After 2015, 2016, you'll see definitions change. And, oh, well, okay, why is that? And I'm not talking about any particular topic. Don't think I'm talking about only one topic. I'm talking about a range of topics. From foreign policy to economic policy to society, obviously. Okay, well, a recession, for example, used to be 2 quarters of negative growth. Well, now if the unemployment's low, it's not really a recession, even though we had a contracting, shrinking economy. And we're going to have another recession in 23 that's going to be much worse. And I called everything that's taking place right now in terms of the economy in 2021. Watch the stock market crash playlist, and I'll be eventually doing more on the Stock Market Crash channel. I'll have a live stream tonight on this channel at around 8 p.m. and a live stream also on H.A. Goodman's other channel right after. So I'm growing that. That's like the H.A. Goodman after hours, after dark. And so, but anyway, they won't have $1 billion. They barely held on to the Senate, and they had every conceivable. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is why you watch the channel. It's very important. They had every conceivable advantage, from late night to Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Washington Post, New York Times. They had all of Twitter up until like the other day. They could police speech and decorum, and their sensibilities were infused everywhere. On every platform. Now they don't have Twitter. Now they don't have that $1 billion. They definitely don't have the $70 million that's publicly disclosed. And they don't have the $40 million from Sam Bankman-Fried. But if you don't have all of that money and you don't have Twitter, how are they going to, they will not be able to do what they did the past couple of years. They were able to, ladies and gentlemen, really pull the wool over a great many people's eyes. They were able to go ahead and censor the Hunter Biden story, for example. Okay, $1 billion or $70 million from Sam Bankman-Fried. If Elon Musk is right, $1 billion, they won't have that. And so they barely kept the Senate. They lost the House of Representatives. Biden's getting impeached. Oh, and everyone's going to talk about Hunter's laptop and the graft and potential bribery and hundreds of millions there. So you have Hunter raking in hundreds of millions of dollars into his corporations because of Joe, and Joe's knows about it, and he's doing business with Hunter and lying about it to everybody. That's graft. People are giving money to alter U.S. foreign policy or worse, and the money flow is there. No one's giving money. Like all these journalists that like say, "Oh, you can't prove anything." Why are people giving money to the foundation of Bill and Hillary? Why are people giving money to Hunter? Like, just answer that question. For the people who think it's all nonsense, why are people giving hundreds of millions of dollars to Hunter? He's an artist now. And why does why was it suspended? Because it leads to felonies, not just impeachment. With Trump, they can't find a felony on him. They're investigating. It's a charade. If they indict him, it's just out of malice. They have nothing on Trump. They do have stuff on Hillary, but I think she'll be the nominee in 24. You heard me say that before. I think she will. I'm right more often than I'm wrong, but I think she will. I pray to God that Hillary Clinton's the nominee in 24. I think it'd be fantastic. Hillary Trump or Hillary DeSantis. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel right now. The next 2 years will be very different politically from the previous 2 years. The pendulum has swung to DeSantis, to Trump, to Trump Republicans. Give me your thoughts below. Be here tonight for the live stream at around 8 p.m.